Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today is going to be a very special video. This is going to be my first ever statue unboxing. I got really into Hot Toys at the beginning of 2022 and then I thought, you know what? I might as well get into statues as well. So that's why I went ahead and pre-ordered the Carnage Premium format from Sideshow. This thing just looks incredible. From all of the images I saw, I was like, how could I not pick this up? It is a little bit pricey, of course, because once you get into statue collecting, you're expected to pay a premium. So this guy retailed for $837 Canadian. I know it seems really expensive because it is, and a lot of people would look at that and be like, what the heck, like you're crazy. But I am a huge Marvel fan and Carnage is one of my favorite Spider-Man villains of all time, so I needed this. Sideshow is making 3,500 of these Carnage statues. Mine is number 835. So here is the box that Carnage is going to be inside of. Pretty standard stuff. It's just a regular like cardboard box with some Sideshow logos on it. It is pretty massive, like it's basically half the size of my body. Let's go ahead and open it up. Alright, so here is the box. So I think it looks really cool. It says Carnage. It's got his teeth right here on the top and the bottom, and then we can see the red and black goo surrounding the box. Let's spin it around here. So there is the one side, so just a bunch of symbiote goo. There's the back, so we've got a little image of Carnage there. I think that looks pretty cool. There's the other side, and then here's the top, so we've got Carnage written on there as well, and then that's the bottom, nothing special, just plain black. Like I said, this is a very special moment for me because this is my first ever statue and I know I'm going to collect a ton. I really want to get a lot of Spider-Man pieces, like I really want a Venom, a Spider-Man, and then now I have my Carnage. And when I do get 3 statues for those characters, I really want to display it like that really awesome piece from the comics, and then I want to collect a ton of X-Men as well. But anyways guys, let's go ahead and take Carnage out of the box. Alright guys, so here's the packaging. Everything is in baggies to protect the paint, of course. We've got tendrils everywhere, legs, arms, face sculpts. Just look at the body sculpt for Carnage here. That looks so detailed, so good. I really like the black symbiote goo that kind of like still attaches to the red and everything. I really like it. This one is based from the comics, but in my opinion, it definitely resembles the Carnage from Marvel's Contest of Champions, the mobile game. I think it looks almost identical to that one, which I love that character design. So here he is, and I gotta say I am really impressed with the detail on all of the sculpts here. Just look at that, the red like muscle fiber looking symbiote looks awesome, and then the black goo and everything on top of it. Perfect. All the pieces are laid out and ready to go, and it's kind of weird. I thought it would come with an instruction manual, but unfortunately it doesn't. So I guess I'm just going to have to kind of guess where all of these things go. The tendrils I feel like is going to be a pain in the butt because there's so many of them. There's like, I think, like a few over here, and then I got a few over there, and they're all going to connect on like his back and everything, so it's probably going to be a little bit confusing, but hopefully it's not that hard. The display base looks fantastic. Cell 361, that's the first ever appearance of Carnage. Everything about this is just next level, and that's exactly what I wanted from starting a statue collection. There's the huge axe arm. I can't wait to show you guys that once it's all attached to the actual body. That thing is huge though, and I think it's really going to stand out. And just look at that face sculpt. Like, that is incredible. Look at that, the black teeth. It's got like an eggshell white for the eyes, the black goo surrounding everything. We've got like the gum area right here. Everything about this is awesome, and I cannot wait to just put it all together and put it on a display shelf. Daniel Bell really outdid himself with this sculpt. You can even see like inside the mouth area and everything too. That is just awesome. Alright, so that's what he looks like without any of the tendrils, and I gotta say, he looks really good. I almost want to display him without the tendrils, to be completely honest, but I at least want to see what it looks like with them on, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright, and there he is with the tendrils. I gotta say, that looks really cool. It definitely makes it look a lot bigger than it did before, which of course gives it some really good shelf presence and makes it just really a centerpiece, just because of how big and detailed this figure is. And something that I've never experienced before is magnetic pieces for statues, because of course this is my first one I've ever got. It was just really cool to see all of the pieces just kind of click in together. Like, I'll show you right here, for example. This piece, you just pull right out. It's color coordinated, so you can see it's, I think this is like a copperish brown kind of color. And there's some copper paint on the statue itself, letting you know that this goes there. So super simple, you just place it right onto the statue, it clicks into place, and you're good to go. There was a ton of those to do. It probably took me about maybe 10 minutes to get it all done, but I gotta say, this thing looks incredible. So before we wrap up the video here, we'll just go from bottom to top, all of the details on the statue. So here is the display base. So it looks like he's breaking out of his prison cell. So cell 361, which, like I said at the beginning of the video, that was Carnage's first appearance, issue 361. So that's a really, really cool comic book Easter egg. The paint apps on the base look really, really good. Lots of great detail. And I'm really glad that Daniel Bell went with this base, because they could have easily just done something really generic where it was like a museum pose, but he chose to use a comic book based base. And I really, really like that detail, especially with all of the black symbiote goo just kind of pouring over it. And the goo is coming off of both of Carnage's feet and just going around the base, which I think looks awesome. You've got pieces of metal that are coming out of the jail cell, which definitely gives it that look of like Carnage is breaking out. And there's actually a lot of symbiote goo all over this thing, all over the base and all over Carnage himself. And as we move up here, we can see that the sculpt on Carnage is really muscular, but very, very lean. And something that I really like about this sculpt is that the red symbiote goo does kind of look like muscle fibers. So it really helps to give Carnage that really lean physique. And of course, we've got to talk about that axe arm, because it is massive. It literally goes from like 3 inches from the bottom of the base, then all the way up to about his shoulder. So this thing is humongous, and it really gives a lot of shelf presence. And it just looks super menacing too. Because of course, as we know, Carnage in the comics is one of the most evil Marvel villains of all time. He is just a straight up bad guy. There is literally no redeeming qualities at all about this guy, so I'm glad that he came with such a huge weapon like that axe arm. Plus, it's a really iconic weapon that Carnage uses in the comics too. Now onto the face sculpt. I know we kind of looked at it already a few minutes ago in the video, but it is just so damn good. Like, just look at that. That is a great sculpt right there. The black teeth, the white eyes, the black outline of the goo around the head. This looks super menacing, and I cannot wait to pair him with a Spider-Man and Venom statue. Another thing that I want to point out is the other hand with the spiky claws. He's just in like an attack ready pose, like he's just gonna lunge at Spider-Man and just claw him with those bad boys. The whole pose overall is just very, very cool. It's not overly dynamic, but it's also not a museum pose. I think it's honestly perfect, because I don't really like those overly dynamic statues. I just don't think they look that great. That's just my personal opinion. I'm sure some people really, really love them, but I am very, very happy with the Carnage premium format from Sideshow. This thing is just so damn cool. And before we end the video, guys, I'll show you the back of the statue as well. So that's what the base looks like on the back. Tons of symbiote goo all over the place. And then we can also see those metal pieces sticking out again. And the back is really interesting, because you can see all of those tendrils just sticking out and just making Carnage look huge. All of the tendrils on the back are also detachable via magnets. So if I go ahead and pull like the little one here, you can see it's got a little blue peg, which goes into the blue center on the back there. So super, super simple. You just click it right into place, and there you go. And right here, you can really see that muscle fiber red symbiote look. I think it looks really awesome. Like, the trap muscles here are like a symbiote goo. Then his spine has black symbiote goo too, which I think looks really cool, like the black and the red. The tendrils are actually really long too. I haven't really seen Carnage that often have really long tendrils that are black especially, but I do think it looks really great on this statue. And then we can get another angle of the face sculpt and the axe here. It's almost got like a faded color here, so it goes from like a orangey kind of color to a darker red, and then bam, there's that face sculpt again. It looks so damn good. So guys, that's it for my unboxing of the premium format Carnage from Sideshow. Like I've said probably 100 times in this video already, this is my first ever statue, and I am hooked. The quality on this statue is insane. It stands 21 inches tall. It's made out of polystone. I really, really like the design that Daniel Bell went with. The paint apps look great on it. The base is awesome as well, with that comic book Easter egg to his first appearance. And one other dimension that I don't think I've said so far in this video is that Carnage actually spans 17 inches wide. And the price isn't too bad too. Like 837 Canadian dollars is actually not terrible compared to like XM Studios statues statues prices, so you are definitely getting some really good quality here with the Carnage statue. Now I just can't wait to get a Spider-Man and a Venom to put alongside him, and I'm also going to have to go and buy some display cases for them as well, because right now I think it's just gonna sit on my desk. Just take a look at it right now, right beside Marvel Spider-Man loaded up on the PlayStation 5. I think it looks so cool. But yeah, that is it for my unboxing and review, guys. Leave a comment down below of what you think about the Carnage statue. Are you picking it up for yourself? And do you think that this is the best Carnage statue that's ever been produced? Personally, I do, but I'm curious to see what you guys think. But yeah, that is the end of the video, guys. Thank you again for watching. I'm going to be adding a lot more collectible videos onto the channel, meaning like Hot Toys and statues and everything. And of course, I'm still going to be doing all my movie content as well, so there's going to be a lot of stuff coming to this channel. So if you guys are new, I definitely recommend to subscribe and be part of this family. But that's the end of this video. Thank you again for watching. I hope you guys all have a great day, and I will see you guys in the next video.